This is Cassidy Cotton with Platinum Real Estate, and I'm coming to you with the monthly market report for June 2019. And as I reminded you last month, we want to make sure that we celebrate this month as National Homeownership Month. That's what June is every year, and being able to celebrate the thing that I do, which is help people move into their home or move up into a bigger home or move down into a home that benefits their lifestyle. Well, that's what our team does for a living, and let's celebrate National Homeownership Month the way we should and make sure people are aware of it. As a matter of fact, what we've done is we've put together some really great slides talking about the importance of homeownership and the things that people find from a multitude of surveys, things that buyers find important for homeownership. For example, privacy, having a space that is solely your own, that's a big part of homeownership. Family, putting the needs of your immediate family and children first. Would you want to own a home? Well, that's what it is. It's home. It's no longer a house, and that's important. All right, and well, there's also some extra stability in home ownership, having control of your future direction, security, and what you might even want as far as the equity in your home. Like perhaps a child's college education. And there's also physical comforts to owning a home. You don't have to ask the landlord if you can put a pool in the backyard. You could have the amenities and features that enhance your daily experiences, with yourself and your family, and your friends. Talking about friends, entertaining and sharing with friends is a big thing, right? Having a Super Bowl party at your house is just a little bit different than having one at your apartment, let's say. And there's more of a sense of community. Neighbors with high levels of home ownership have higher voting records. They also have more involvement at the local PTA. So being part of a broader community of people and society is part of home ownership. Personal expression, the ability to display your unique personality, desires, interests. You can paint the house, every room, whatever color you want to paint it. You put the blinds up that you want, whatever drapes you can put up that you want. And you don't have that same flexibility when you deal with a landlord. Creativity, the opportunity to create and build and grow things. If you do have a backyard in your home, putting together a garden and enjoying that, there's definitely a sense of accomplishment and reflection of your efforts and your success as a homeowner. It's still part of the American dream. And of course, obviously, there's the whole concept of financial investment, the opportunity to grow your assets and build your family wealth. It's crucial that we really celebrate what I get to do for a living every day, and that's help people gain home ownership through the whole home ownership process, which is just fantastic, and I'm super happy to be a part of it. Now, let's talk about the news. So as far as the news is concerned, most current listings. Let's just jump right in with Lori S. Goodman and Christopher Mayer. And they said homeownership appears to be to help borrowers accumulate housing and non-housing wealth in a variety of ways with tax advantages. And there's still many. Greater financial flexibility due to secured borrowing built into full savings with amortization and nominal fixed payments and the potential to lower home maintenance costs through sweat equity. So all those things, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason home ownership is still very much a part of the American dream, especially from a financial standpoint. As a matter of fact, the Federal Reserve Bank just this month came out with a study showing the percentage of home ownership, that a percentage of Americans who see home ownership as a good investment has grown over the last 5 years from 55.7% in 2014 to all the way up to 65% this year, and that coincides. A study recently done from Gallup showing that Americans choose real estate over stocks and savings accounts and gold as the best long-term investments. And that's what we're showing here on this slide. As a matter of fact, if we look over time, all the way back to 2011, we can see that gold has lost some of its shine. All right, well, real estate since 2011 has climbed dramatically and still stays above again stocks, savings accounts, and gold. So people believe in home ownership, and as that's something that's very, very important. And the good news is we're in a year right now that there's still plenty of reasons to be optimistic about home ownership. And we have a strong economy. The unemployment rate is low. Wages are finally increasing. Mortgage rates are still at historic lows, and inventory is increasing. So there's more of a choice out there. As far as the economy is concerned, the economy is doing well. It's had steady growth, low unemployment, a little inflation. It's called the Goldilocks economy. The balance is neither too hot nor too cold, and that's from the balance. Sorry about that. Wages are increasing. The real average hourly wage increased 1.2% from 2018 to 19. The change in real average hourly earnings combined with a 0.3% decrease in the average work week result in almost 1% increase in real average weekly earnings over a 12-month period. And that's from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. And mortgage rates are still at historic lows. No, they're not at 3.5%, but we're approaching the minimal fours. And some people think we may have 3%, or 3 as a first number, within the next month. I don't know, but that's some stuff I've been hearing from some folks in the industry. We're very, very positive about rate decreases and lower mortgage rates, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, the quote is, modestly weaker consumer spending and manufacturing data caused interest rates to decline, while signals from financial markets are flashing and caution signs. The real economy remains solid, on solid ground with steady job growth and 5 to 8 decade low employment, which will drive up home sales this summer. And that's because interest rates are low, and that's all according to Freddie Mac. And inventory is increasing, right? Total housing, this is nationwide. Total housing inventory increased to 1.83 million units, up from 1.67 million existing homes available for sale last month, and that's a 1.7% increase from the 1.8 million number that we had a year ago. Unsold inventory, right, is at a 4.2 month supply of current sales space, up from 3.8 months last month, and up from 4 months last year. And that's according to NAR stats. All these are national stats, and we put that in a graph for you. This is the month, for the first time in 6 months, that existing inventory it was over 4 months of inventory. So what we're starting to see is a climb in existing inventories for buyers to purchase. Now, 6 months is a normal market, right? And so I'm not saying we're anywhere near a normal market, but with inventory increasing, everyone's realizing that we're getting closer to being a normal market, and that's going to have an impact on sellers particularly. So, as Lawrence Yun, the chief economist at the National Association of Realtors, wrote, he said, we said that we see that many inventory totals have steadily improved and will provide more choices for those looking to buy a home. When placing their home on the market, home sellers need to be very realistic and aware of current conditions. And I cannot agree with that and attest to that more. I think that's spot on advice, especially with dealing with buyers and sellers in this current market space. So when a seller's putting their house on the market, this is not like it was 2 years ago, where you could just, where prices were appreciating by 6, 7, or even 12% in some places on an annual basis. They could price the house high and just wait for the market to catch it, and that's not the case now. And the good news is, based upon the survey that we've done, homeowners are starting to understand that. Holden Lewis, from NerdWallet, says homeowners can see that we're moving away from a strong seller's market in many areas, so their feelings and motivations are shifting too. And from a survey, the Harris Poll, 2.1 million homeowners, 16% of them plan to sell their primary residence within the next 18 months, and that's according to a survey. of over 1,400 homeowners. So, and what that survey found is that motivations are changing. Okay, more than 2 in 5 of those are planning to sell within the next 18 months. 40%, 44% say that recent shifts in the housing market have them selling sooner than they initially planned. What does that mean? That people at their house and they're not thinking about waiting. Their motivations are different. It may be about trying to cash out on equity, and maybe about trying to move up into your dream home, or maybe trying to size down, after the kids have moved out and moved on or what have you, and your lifestyle's changed. Either way, that's kind of what we got for the month. And if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to give me a holler. Um, I'll include all of my contact information on this thread. Thanks, guys. Bye.